Hi, welcome to the Mobb Guppy. We've got one here. We got one like. I hope you, yes, you are doing well. A second person here. Holy capoli. Please say hi. I know some may be lurking, which is fine. It's again, no judgment here. We're a judgment-free YouTube channel. Daryl Deemer, how's it going? So tonight's topic is this. Is what's going on in your fish room. And I know what's going on in Daryl Deemer's fish room. He's like the Molly King. Frequently on live streams, people talk about what's going on in their fish room, things that they're up to. And part of my channel's mission is to be, a chronicle of the fish fam. So, Bolo's here. He's eating. And guess who's feeding him? Madfish Diva. Welcome to the live stream. So I kind of want to hear what's going on in your fish room. Here, by the way, King, Queen, Cichlids. Let me see. Let me see if I can flip this. No, I can't. Okay, I thought I could. Loaves and Fishes, welcome to the live stream. So I want to know what's going on in your fish room. Daryl Deemer was really kind. He messaged me a video of like 100 molly fry, which was really, really terrific. And I've received notes from a lot of really good people. Yep, Bolo says hi. He's being kind of a cranky little old man tonight, but he's eating away, as you can see. It's yes, he's very spoiled. I was explaining to a friend of mine. I said, "Yeah, he's pretty spoiled." And she goes, "Well, what if you don't feed him for a day or two?" I said, "Yeah, good luck with that. He's going to let you know." Bolo's a verbal creature, a verbal creature. So here's what's going on is that, frequently on our channels, on our live streams, we explain what's going on in our fish room. In my fish room, I have to set up another couple of tanks of breeders, but then I've got to start getting ready to move fish. I received from, I'm shipping, hey, Logan, what's up? Ambist Aquatics. Logan, you got my note? You want me to ship these out Wednesday, or you want me to ship them out on next Monday? Let me know. Logan's gonna get up. You're gonna see Logan's gonna have an ad for some fantastic fire red shrimp, and so you will want to get some from him. And he sent me the thing to send him with. I got it today, and so here's the deal. I announced over the weekend that I bought a house. It's done. Well, it's not done. It's not closed yet. But today, it's today I was at a flooring store. What they wanted to charge me for what's going on, it's and okay, I'll ship them out on Monday, and then I'll have everything set up well for you. So it's all good. So yeah, so I've got the house. Um, it's I wanted to ship to do like a hardwood floor or a vinyl flooring. Some of them look really good, and but the cost, I could get into my savings and take care of it. So I don't have to make up my mind today, obviously. But I need to sort of figure this out. I like my savings. I'm putting a bunch of my savings into the house. So I need to make up my mind. Part of me thinks just do it because I got fish aquariums, everybody. A little sloppy water is going to be part of the deal. So it's all good. Bolo decided, by the way, to lay down. He's happy. I am having a celebratory beer. I won't say which brand this is. But I'm very stressed out, because of all the stuff. I have to get insurance lined up. Homeowners insurance, and the mortgage lady, Everything Fish, welcome to the live stream. She gave me her preferred provider. Well, I have a place I'm getting insurance from. So I went there first, and she gave me a quote. I have my car insurance through these people, really nice folks. So I've got to call the mortgage person's, provider tomorrow. So and see if they can beat the rate. Yeah, it's the homeowners insurance. For renters insurance, I'm paying about $400 a year. The renters or the home renters insurance $400 a year. Homeowners insurance is going to be $1,000 a year. It's a little more. I knew it would be a little more expensive. It's going to be an extra. It's going to be an extra about 150 a month, but it's going to be my house. I'm going to be buying into it, so it's all good. I can't wait. I can't wait to be in on it, and really, when it's all said and done, I don't have a car payment, so it's all good. So this is about you, not about me. What's going on in your fish room? Please tell us what's going on. Because I really want to know, because one of the reasons I go to channels is I go out to learn from people, and because people go out of their way to tell the stories of what's going on in their fish room, about what's going on in the hobby. Now some channels go in, I'm not going to name anybody. Say some channels go in and give instructional videos. It's for instance, like there's a couple of people who've done quote unquote guppy breeding videos, and the secret about the guppies is this: yes, you can colony breed, yes, you can, but if you're after strengthening traits, strengthening the size of the fish, the vigor, the you have to selectively breed. Nothing happens by accident. Nothing happens by accident at all. And so I've seen channels that have gazillions of followers say, "Oh, just plop in, 4 or 5 females and a couple of males, and that's all you have to do, and just go from there." Hey, Jesse, HC Aqua, what's up? What's up, my friend? Um, so the process of going in is that with the guppies, um, colony breeding certainly does work. But if you're trying to go for certain traits, if you're not going for anything, whatever you're doing is going to dilute. And that's going to go through. Yes, Peter Thiel, the gazillionaire. No relation, by the way. Do you know what? My last name is spelled just like the billionaire Peter Thiel, except I have the exciting extra E because, let's face it, it's better. So I get on LinkedIn people thinking I am the bazillionaire Peter Thiel, and you try telling people that you're not. It's insane. They go bonkers. They go, it's okay, Doug. It's all right. Hey, Big J's Fish Keeper, welcome to the fish room. Welcome to the live stream. Great having you here. So I had some guy hit me up on LinkedIn, and this is what I ended up doing: is that I would explain to people that I'm not the same Peter Thiel, but they think I'm lying to them. I'm not joking. Okay, I'm sitting in my living room in a 15-year-old couch with a 12-year-old dog on my lap, and I'm talking about fish. Um, I'm wearing a T-shirt from King and Queen Cichlids. you know, and I'm not a billionaire. So what I have done is that people have hit me up with business proposals. I mean, it's just nuts. So what I ended up doing is that Peter Thiel runs a venture capital firm called the Founders Fund. Thank you very much, Doug. Yeah, he's a cool little guy. He's very sweet. And so I just go out and do this. I give them the address. I said, I just don't give away, I don't invest through email. Please send me a letter. And I give the mailing address to Peter Thiel's hedge fund, venture capital firm. What am I to do? What am I to do? Who knows? So that's what's going on there. So a lot of the fish channels, especially when they get to guppies, they'll go in and they talk about colony breeding bad. Now a lot of the IFGA guys, and Doug Gray can confirm this for you. They'll put like 2 or 3 males with 5, 6 females, just to make sure they have some genetic diversity going on. But they're line bred, and yeah, you know what, Doug Gray, I think that because of all the harassment I get from the real rich Peter Thiel, I think he needs to give me a million. I'd just take a million. I'm not greedy. He's worth $8 billion. I mean, a million to the other Peter Thiel. It's I received a tweet from some guy who's a famous author thinking that I was him, and name not spelled right. I don't have something called a blue check mark. Who knows? Hey, Damien, welcome to the live stream. So, yeah, so the Guppy people, just being real frank here. Hey, D, how are you? Down the wormhole. Great having you here in the live stream. Fish Tropic, welcome to the live stream. So, with the Guppies, it's my theory is this: you go after certain types of traits, you go through it. If you're trying to do something new, Chewy, hey, no problem. Lurk away. Anybody who's lurking is good, fine with me. Just hit that thumbs up. Share it out. Bada bing, bada boom. So the Guppies, like anything else, it's like a computer. If you have to do any type of at your office, I do some IT stuff at my office. I'm not necessarily an IT guy, but I know enough. I know a couple of things. I know enough about computers to do what I need to do with it. I know enough about computers to know what I can't do with them. So it's and the line with computers is this: it's with guppies, or it's with any type of fish, or effort at work. It's whatever it is. It's garbage in, garbage out. So computers, while being a wonderful tool, if something isn't put in right, guess what happens? It doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. So so the idea here is that it's like me trying to get back to eating well. I've sort of fallen off over the last, really since the middle of the year when I had surgery, but I'm getting back more onto my eating routine. And I'm going to tell you something. For those of you who are not into the whole deal, is that it's garbage in, garbage out. It's I've got to do my yearly physical, and I've gained a few pounds back. And and depending on what my blood test looks like and all this sort of stuff, the doctors basically say, oh, you need to do this, 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 and this. Garbage in, garbage out. Well, same thing with the fish family. With your fish, it's like you don't have good water, well, and you expect fish to do well. Garbage in, garbage out. You have you're mixing together just mutt strains of guppies, hoping for something wonderful. It's garbage in, garbage out. So there you go. Hey, Don Gallagher, that's fine. Lurk away. Great having you here. Welcome to the live stream. So it's garbage in, garbage out. That's just sort of the life that we all have. Anything that we do, our effort at work, our effort in the fish room, our effort, your goal in what you want to do with your fish hobby, garbage in, garbage out. You want to feed your fish the absolute best food you can do. And with the fish, it's very simple. It's you feed them. I feed a variety of foods. Um, I'll tell you what I fed so far today. I have right after the live stream. I actually have to finish a report. I have a report due in the morning. So it's and because of this buying a house crap and my weird hours, I'm about I'm about a third of the way through. It's not a long report, but it's just something that has to be done in the morning. So, and then we have a corporate consultant coming in. Do any of you guys have to deal with corporate consultants? I have to put together a report for him in the next week or two here. I'm going to try to get it done on Wednesday. It's going to be sort of my goal. And the report is this. It's a very simple report. I need to know from I need to go out and do the state of the business that I'm in charge of managing, where I think it is, where I think it's going, where what are the challenges, all that sort of stuff. Well, we all need to write that for our fish room. Because let's face it, if you're anything like me, hey, Don, I got the house. Select Pet, welcome to the live stream. Don, I got the house. I close on March 2nd. So lots of cool stuff going on with the fish. I can't wait. I can't wait. Yep. Let's see. The inspection was done. I signed a lot of paperwork today. I received 2 emails of paperwork, which I'll do before going to bed. So, I'll do my report. Then I'll do that. I have to get another insurance quote for the homeowner's insurance. It's all good. Yeah, I'll tell you what is that Prince's Fish Room, or not Prince's Fish Room, Prince's home. His first home when Purple Rain or whatever came out was not too far from my childhood home. I grew up on County Road 101 in Minnetonka, Minnesota. And his first home was on Kiowa Road or Kiowa Drive, Kiowa Circle, something Kiowa, just off of County Road 101 in Chanhassen. And Chanhassen is where he ended up putting up Paisley Park. It was now this house, it was a handsome house, a nice size house. Not what he could end up affording. It was early in his career. But he painted the doggone thing purple. It was on a lake. And here's what he did with it. Is that, as soon as the Purple Rain movie came out and people figured out it was him because his house was frickin' purple, he went out of his way, which is hilarious, and put a giant wrought iron fence around it, with a little deal up front. And my buddies and I went up to it, ding the doorbell. Hey, Prince, couple of your neighbors. No one answered. So I don't think he was there. But after Prince moved out of that home, his father lived there till his father's passing. So there you go. Valley Fish, what's up? What is up? Been asking people what's going on in your fish room because I get to talk about what's in my fish room all the time. And I love learning from you guys and hearing what you guys have going on. So the process here with the whole fish thing is that I noticed something today that's pretty cool, exciting. Yeah, water changes. Bad water out, good water in. Um, so my just going back to talk about my I am doing one cross right now, and it's a half red uh, uh, gold cobra or blonde cobra male. The female died, and I have him in with a couple of swordtail females. The swordtail females made a drop after about 2-3 weeks. Not a lot of fry, just some fry. This is their first drop. Well, now I'm noticing fresh babies, so more than likely they're his. And so what I would like to get, what my goal would be, it's all good. 68 degrees in Philly on Saturday and Sunday. Yep. We had 65 degrees on Friday, 31 for the high on Saturday, and that was at midnight. It was like in the 20s all day. Today got kind of nice again, got into the 50s. Hey, this global warming stuff, climate change, I don't know about you. I like it. So, but in a few days we're gonna get snow again. So. Um, so the process, yep, snow after that. Where are you, Select Pet? What area of the country are you in? Yeah, it's 50 degrees. Give that to me every day. My parents retired to Bellingham, Washington, and you're in Kentucky, okay? And Bellingham, it rarely gets above 80 during the summer, and in the winter, it's it's between 40 and 50 degrees all winter. It has kind of like that northwest thing where it's a little rainy every day. That didn't bother my parents at all. They had no problem with that. My old man, when my parents were thinking of retiring, um, we're from Minnesota. They were living in California at the time. And I said, well, why don't you go live in Grand Marais, Minnesota? Grand Marais is north of Duluth, near the Gunflint Trail, on Lake Superior. It's gorgeous. It is heaven on earth. I mean, it's just a wonderful, lovely place. We used to spend vacations in the fall, go hunting, fishing, up in Grand Marais. Just gorgeous. Okay, well, uh, my old man's line was this: I don't want to shovel snow ever again in my life. Okay. My mom would have done it in 2 seconds. She would have been in Grand Marais like that. So they retired to Bellingham, where they knew no one and had only visited my sister. My sister's husband was stationed at Whidbey Island for 1 year. They went up there on vacation to go see them and their first grandchild. And my parents just went, this is it. We love it. We're coming here. So that's what they did. So they retired to a place where they knew no one. They had no way to sort of figure things out. They went up there and they spent their time and really enjoyed it. So there you go. And but Bellingham was a beautiful place. So it's all about the plant. Garbage in, garbage out. So I have my goal with the cross I'm doing right now. We'll see what happens. It's the goal would be is to come up with a half red blonde cobra swordtail. That's sort of the goal. That's my thing with it. I've read some stuff on swordtail genetics, which is fascinating. That sometimes you can breed a single sword and a delta tail, and you'll all of a sudden come up with double swords. I don't know what we're gonna get. So that's the color thing is one deal. Okay. The color thing is one thing, but now I'm dealing with swordtails, and I love them. I love swordtails a lot. The big tails of the deltas I love as well. I just think that the swordtails are. I think it's kind of a nifty thing to look at with the guppy. And one of the things that are not necessarily really big in the U.S., really big in Europe and Asia, are the round tail, the spear tail. It's we'll call the round tables what tails what those we call them. We end up calling them you know uh, panda guppies, but it's really sort of round tails. So it's pretty fascinating all the way around. So it's pintail, yeah, pintail, and there's a whole bunch of different tails on guppies. But in the United States, they're really the only two that you'll see the quote unquote panda guppies, and you'll see sword tails and delta tails. That's what you end up seeing. And so the cross you did with a full red female to a double sword male gave me double swords every other generation. Very weird. Yeah, that is strange. And here's the question I have, and I don't know the answer to it on the Guppy genetic stuff. And I've just downloaded a bunch of articles on on Guppy genetics, and most of them have to do with color. But what I don't know is if the swordtail gene comes from the females or comes from the males. I don't know. I don't know if that gets how it's passed on to the. I don't know how that works. Maybe it doesn't make any difference at all. But some of these things are uh, are genetically passed through the female. That's where it comes from. There's I've talked about this. I own a couple of shares, very small shares, mind you, in a couple of racehorses. And in thoroughbreds, there's a genetic component that's being debated, but I think they've come to a real conclusion with it. Is that the process is called the large heart gene or the big heart gene, and the theory is horses with a bigger heart do better on the horse track, etc. Secretariat, which was a very famous racehorse in the 70s, when he passed away around 1990, his heart was triple the size of a normal thoroughbred's heart. He had the large heart gene. Okay. And it's mainly considered that it comes through the female. So a male with a large heart breeds to a female thoroughbred. She likely carries that gene. And by the way, her daughters will carry that gene. So there you go. That's something to go in. So with swordtails, I don't know necessarily if this is a male thing or a female thing. I don't know. So it's gonna be fun to watch out and kind of dig in and play with. I don't have a female of these a red blonde cobras. I'm gonna breed. Once these fry grow up and get going, I'm gonna see what's going on with them and see what's there. Hey, by the way, here's two fish tube channels I haven't seen in a while, and maybe you can help me out with this. Charles Fish Tanks and Inglorious Bettas. Last time I looked is that Inglorious Bettas hadn't put up something in a long time. And I really enjoy her channel because I learn about what she does with bettas. And let's see, Charles Fish Tanks. Let's see how long it's been since he's put out. I haven't seen something from him in a long, long time. Yeah, I'm not seeing him at all. So again, I don't know what's going on with our man Charles Fish Tanks. Maybe did he take down his channel? I don't know. It's he's a good guy. No, I know some fish channels just go by the wayside. Hey, Fancy Tail Aquatics, welcome to the live stream. All good. It's whenever you come in, it's good with me. It all works with me all the way around. So I'm enjoying a multi beverage. I'm not trying to show the brand. Let me finish it. There you go. I said it's not for kids, so there we go. Yeah, I think the world of Charles. So I don't know. He was going to college, so maybe he just got too busy. So, but again, couldn't be I hate when these channels go in because you get to pick up stuff and go from there. So it's so I don't know what happened to him. He's probably busy with school or something. But a good guy. So again, we need more people involved with the hobby, and just go on from there. So, um, I guess the other thing, is that someone was asking me. I got this question that he said that his guppies go out and all the babies disappear every time his bristlenose plecos reproduce. And in my 55, I have baby guppies aplenty. Cody-san, welcome to the live stream. And now I have baby plecos. And and I'm thinking that it's mainly because of how often I feed. So here's what I fed today. I'll give you an example for the guppies. I fed at about 4:45 this morning because right before I jumped in the shower. See, there you go down the wormhole. Yeah, it's I don't know what's going on with this guy's aquarium, but something weird's happening. So, and I have plenty of hiding spots. That's the other thing he didn't go in and say that he had. But here's the deal. I fed the guppies Doug's high protein fish food. Fed that this morning at 4:45. In 55, I fed. Hey, Vinny the Mooch. I fed. Like a small community from Reels. Welcome to the live stream. I fed community from Cobalt, and I dropped some little shrimp pellets in for the shrimp and for the plecos. Okay, that's at 4:45. I got home at 10 to walk the dog, and I fed to all the aquariums. I fed them Tetra Flake. Just did that all the way around. Okay. So I got home at 3. I fed I went out and I fed for the guppies ultra pellet, or the guppy ultra pellet, and then for the baby guppies I gave Northfin. And to the big tank I gave I think it's a Hikari small pellet, and I did the larger wafers of shrimp food in there. When I'm done with the live stream today, this is going to be the 4th feeding. I'm going to give baby brine shrimp because yesterday I got it started later than I normally do. I woke up late, went to the gym, and it's all good. So So 4 times today, but the biggest feeding is going to be right before bedtime. So that's going through. Oh, you got a box of dead fish today? I'm sorry, Reels. I hate that. Did you get the picture off to the person? I hope you did. No, do you know what? I've been very, very fortunate. I have not had a fish arrive dead yet, and I've had a couple of times where I've lost a fish a couple of weeks later. It just didn't travel well or what have you. But I've never had dead fish arrive. Cross my fingers. Okay, that's good. I'm glad they're going to replace some reels. So, it's yeah, it's the whole process of here of the aquariums shipping fish, because you know again, it's like any local business. Our local fish stores, our LFSs are taking it in the shorts, and they can't please everybody. And so, for us, because we're geeks and we're nerdy and we love our fishies, and we're pretty serious about what we do. Well, oh, 6 rainbow and 8 catfish. That's sad. I'm sorry, Reels. That's terrible. Um, and Fancy Phil, you're exactly correct. Hard to ship this time of year. Half the country's freezing, half the other half. It's when I do my first shipment next week, I am gonna, quickly judge the temperature between here and Portlandia, where they're going. And it's funny is that I've only had one shipment, and I've ordered not a ton, but I've ordered a lot of fish online. Let's see, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've had fish delivered 7 times. And in that, I've never had a bad experience. I've gone to fish stores and purchase fish and go out and going out and treated them, etc., and then lost the fish. It's I lost most of the fish in a very short period of time. We've had that happen. And Nancy Chewy says, well, nowadays the transportation of aquatic animals has improved greatly, and the same with cargo airplanes. I've seen a lot of shipments that travel through cold without heat packs, such as direct shipments of fish from Brazil to Canada. And an in-state shipment less than 600 miles. Yeah, reels. That may be. I hate to say this, but I think it's actually, if you mail a letter, okay, and you have friends and that you send the letter to, you put it at the same time. You can do something in town. You can do across your state, across the country. Sometimes that mail will arrive across the country quicker than it does just across the city. Hey, no problem, Don. It's all good. It's the whole process of shipping is just bizarre. Yeah, the Thailand and the Philippine folks and the Indonesia folks. I have not ordered any fish internationally. And maybe when I get into the house, I'll try that. Bolo wants to get down, everybody. Here he is. Say hi, Bolo. He'll be back in a moment. He's going to get some water to drink. And hold on, I'm going to sneeze. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Did you see that? Did I have a concussion when I sneezed? It's it's funny though, is that when I have received fish, Bolo is lurking. Yeah, thank you very much, Doug. Um, I'm going to tell you something. Is that the fish, shipping it in the water, is that most of the shipments I've received, the fish have been in very little water. And, very little water. Uh, considering. What I missed here. Okay. Yeah, I have all my stuff, by the way. And what are we talking about? Oh, Neil Peart died. Yep, very depressing. Absolutely one of the greatest drummers of all time. That drum kit, pretty freaking amazing. I understand though he didn't keep fish. Had to say it, and he didn't keep fish. I'd have liked him even more if he kept fish. Just saying. Is that disrespectful? Okay, hold on a second here. I'll be right back. I am about to sneeze again. I gotta blow my schnoz. Sorry for the blow my nose play by play. Hold on. All right, gang. Thank you so much for your patience. I will tell you, my nose started going crazy. I'll tell you what. I would like to. Oh yeah. By the way, with the whole cancer thing, cancer sucks. One of my best friends died. Uh, late in 2019. Um, it was just. Cancer is terrible. Come on, Bolo. Oh, he'll come over here in a second. You want to come up? Come on. Polo, come. So he scratches my leg, then he runs away. So that's going through. Cancer sucks. I have a good buddy of mine. He was diagnosed in 2018 with stage 4 cancer. Family guy, good guy. Yeah, sorry, fancy tale. Cancer is just terrible. Brain cancer is horrific. Is just terrible. Um, I have a cousin who died of brain cancer. And they caught it reasonably early in the game, and it's sort of like pancreatic cancer, very difficult to cure. Very anyone who gets through either of those cancers, an amazing blessing. And now, normally, if they catch cancer early, in today's medicine, um, they can do a lot with it. So it's Gordon Downey died of cancer as well. Chewy, it's just terrible. So I know there's people, we all have, maybe you have fought cancer and won. Um, I have a great deal of respect for people who've gone through that. I know how difficult that is. I know people who have fought it, a couple of times. I hope that they find a cure for it, and are able to go out and take it out. Because it's just and Neil Peart, by the way, from being all the rock star. Oh, you have cancer, Chewy? Well, God bless you. I hope you pushing it through. Yeah, no, fish get cancer, dogs get cancer, cats get cancer. And I read something a while ago that nearly every living being, unless you're like an amoeba, um, has a cancerous gene somewhere in their body. And most of the time it gets fought off. And what triggers it to expand, I don't think people really understand yet. I just don't think they do. Obviously, you smoke 10 packs a day, a couple of packs a day, you're going to have a much higher chance of getting certain cancers. Now, why is that? Well, it's because they say, well, tobacco is a carcinogen. Yes, it is, but what it does is that it unleashes the cancer that's already inside you. It breaks down things in your body. It's just what it is. They say that having too much red meat, having too much, smoked meats, I hear, can trigger cancerous cells to grow. So there you go. Yeah, high levels of melanin in genetics can cause it, at least in swordtails. Cancers, it's hopefully we'll be able to figure that out because we've lost really good people to cancer, and really good folks, and anybody who has to face that either personally or with a family member. If you've had to walk through cancer with a family member as they fought and that type of thing. Um, my immediate family, it's we have not had anybody pass away from cancer. We did, I had a cousin and a couple of cousins passed away from cancer, and one of my aunt's husbands passed away from cancer. Very difficult, very sad because it takes great people. And with animals, it really goes in. There are certain types of dogs. I have a buddy of mine. I won't say which type of dog it is. Oh, okay, I'll say it. They have Bernese Mountain Dogs. And for whatever reason, Bernese Mountain Dogs occasionally get cancer. And it happens after the age of 4 or 5. Who knows? GRB Aquatics, good day. Welcome to the Mobb. Great having you here. It's are the fires getting any better in Aussie land? That's what I need to know. I've seen all the terrible stuff, and I hope that I know a number of American firefighters who have expertise in wildfires have gone over there. I hope they've been of service. So I love my Aussie people. They are absolutely the best. Oh, CBD, you're giving your dog CBD? Yeah, I'll tell you what, my dog moves around relatively well for an old guy. His deal is he just has heart failure. Yeah, it's in Australia, is that it's raining in Thirsty's video? Well, I hope that whole country, that whole continent gets rained on pretty good. And I hope they get, a good, not too much. Come on, Bolo. You want to come up? This is how I beg it. Okay, here we go. Okay, he's in my lap. So, Australia, um, and we in the fish hobby know about, invasive species because a lot of us are really in tune to nature. Well, in Australia, invasive species have been exceptionally damaging. From rabbits, they went out and killed a bunch of camels because the camels were invasive species and they were eating up stuff, eating up a lot of water. So it's sort of the okay. Come here. Look at this guy right here. Yeah, this dog is going through there. Yeah, it's the process of the of thank you very much. The process of invasive species in the United States, Canada probably sees these as well. Um, is there's a lot of bird invasive species. The big one, starlings, house finches. Those suckers are they're all over the Americas, and pigeons, and a lot of the pigeons people don't realize is that all three of those birds were released in the mid 1800s in Central Park. Yeah, zebra mussels, real big deal. Yeah, a real big deal. So it's invasive species really hurt the environment. And if there's any place that's a real good example of it, oh, by the way, you know what state has a lot of problems with invasive species? Thank you very much. I'll push it down. He's not there right now, but hey, I've got a king and queen cichlids. Hey, Bolo, come here. People want to see you. Come here. There you go. All he wants is 100% attention. Yeah, Florida has big issues in invasive species, but a place that doesn't get talked about a lot. It has a lot of problem with fires. And I don't know if this is as big of a problem in Australia as it is in California. California has a lot of invasive species, a lot of grasses that a lot of these grasses going from there. So yeah, cane toads, big carp, camels. Hey, I'll tell you what, carp is big in the United States, real damaging. Yeah, donkeys, goats, feral cats. We have a problem with feral cats. I like cats, but cats destroy the environment. But of course, they go out of their way And cats also do good things. Is that another invasive species in the United States is rats. Rats are an invasive species. So that came over from Europe on boats. So, and they reproduce, you think guppies produce. It's rats really produce. And so that's the deal. You got a thistle farm in your backyard, Damien? Yeah, it's and the process is that when you get into the invasive species stuff, um, those animals, whether it be fish or parasites or lumpy dog European people, it's um, the deal is with these invasive species is that they just create so much havoc because they destroy the natural order of the environment. Let's talk about for a second snakeheads. Big issue in many lakes in the United States. Huge. Yeah, the plant invasive species huge. And I don't know what the problem. I haven't read enough stuff on the plant invasive species, but I know that what Bolo. I want you to know. See what I go through. What? 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 You want to go for a walk? Is this what the deal is? Okay, give me a moment. Let me finish talking to our friends here. Okay, then we'll go for a walk. Okay, you've got water, you've had food. So, so it's well, I'll tell you what. It's there was a story that I saw on TV on a documentary or something like this in the last year or so. There are some cultures that believe that yeah, Bolo does run the house. If you don't think this 7 pounds of hair runs the house, let me tell you, you don't know him very well at all. So yeah, these invasive species. There are some cultures, and I forget which Asian culture that they were, you know, why we have snakeheads in many places. Here's one of the reasons: is that the culture says, well, if you get a bunch of these to eat, you need to release some one in the wild to support and show your support of the and thank the species by saving one life. So thus, you'll all of a sudden have waterways that start off with maybe one snakehead. Oh, there's a second one. Oh, it's a boy and a girl. So that's a part of the culture type of thing. And when people went to Australia or to the United States, in California, the problem with the grasses in California, I've been told, has to do with people of Italian descent. Well, this weather is just like Italy. So they brought over some of the grasses that were very common. Since these grasses had no natural enemies, they just everywhere. So it's all good. Okay, guys. Guess who needs to go outside for a walk? Hey, thank you guys so much for being here tonight. I'm going to give Bolo a walk, and I appreciate you, and especially you. And thanks again for being a part of Mobb Guppy. We'll have a video for you on Wednesday. You have a great day.